Vas-y, va, attends. Oh, il est zo frisé. Je slaat Engels vandaag. This was like 20 one kiezen maar. This was like fuck. Is af. Als ik aan. This was like hey.
Is the mic on?
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to sunny Kimberley at the Kimberley Oval for today's matchup between the Northern Cape Heat and the Mpumalanga Rhinos. The Northern Cape Heat have won the toss and elected to bat first. The squads for the two teams are as follows: Ernst Kem, Chris Brits, Jonathan Van Dier, C.P. Kleinans, Jason Oakes, Grant Thompson, also the captain for today's matchup, Romano de Blanche, Hanu Viljoen, Kabelo Chibi, Johan van Dijk, Benjamin van Rensburg, Tsepo Ntuli, Jerome Klaba, and Bashir Walters. The team for the Mpumalanga Rhinos are Yuri Snyman, Mohamed Mayet, Hermanus Rolfus, Yassar Cook, Benjamin van Niekerk, Gareth Dukes, Gregory Malokwane, Johan Hinrichsen, Junior Makau, Ngazibini, Sig Willie, Kiran Kenny, Agulele Makatu, Sinigugu Maseku, and lastly Kyle Klesa. Before we get started, I would like just to give an update on the CSA T20 Challenge Division 2 log. As it stands, in first place is the Limpopo Impalas, having played 4 and won 3 out of those 4 matches, with one being of no result. In second place is the Eastern Cape Storm, having played 4, won 2, lost 2. And in third place, the iTech Knights, having played 3, winning 2 of those 3 and losing 1 yesterday against the Limpopo Impalas. In fourth place is the Linyati, having played 4, winning 2 of those 4 and losing the other 2. In fifth place is the Mpumalanga Rhinos, having played 2, winning 1 of the 2 and 1 of no result. In sixth place is the Northern Cape Heat, having played 3, winning 1 of those 3 and losing the other 2. In last place is the Garden Route, the 6-gun girl Garden Route Badgers, having played 4 and losing all 4. Interesting enough, Nathan Plaikis, the Rhinos currently in 5th place, going up against 6th place Northern Cape Heat. Definitely a game both are wanting to win and build some good form for them in the latter stages of this tournament.
Good afternoon, Uli. It's good to be here, like a sunny day in Kimberley. Yes, and I tend to agree with you there. I think it's 2 teams that have had mixed results in the first few games. This is today its fourth game, and it's the Rhinos' 3rd game today, so some mixed results. So, but looking forward to this one.
Definitely, and I think we spoke earlier about the pitch and the conditions of the pitch. Going out to bat first, I mean, it is a T20. As we all know, having that scoreboard pressure is always a good thing. So I think from the Northern Cape Heat side, definitely a good decision to go out batting first.
Runs on the board, it's very important in this format. And then you can control the game from there on in.
100% agree there, Nathan. And yeah, as you said, a very sunny day at the Kimberley Oval. If anyone is watching this and is in the Kimberley area, we welcome you to come and watch the game. Definitely going to be a high octane game here, and definitely looking forward to what's in store for us here today. Nathan, you spoke earlier to me off mic, about a bit of a wet patch surrounding the wicket. Might it be the one that we're seeing there, that the three gentlemen are standing around?
Yes. I had a quick chat with the groundsman Mkati earlier. He said they're just having a bit of a leak on the side of pitch number 1 where the umpire is standing there. But it doesn't seem to be a big issue. Shouldn't delay the game also. But speaking of that, like I said, I had a quick chat with Mkati regarding they're playing on number 2. Obviously, with those from Kimberley, and that's used to playing on this wicket, they will know how the different tracks play here at the Kimberley Oval. And number 2 is the same wicket that they played last time, the home game, and it doesn't tend to suit any particular side, whether you're batting first or you're chasing. So, but I mean, like I told you earlier, it's always better to have the runs on the board. So he knows this wicket better. So that's why winning the toss and batting first is probably the best option to go. You would tend to say that the home team will know what's probably better to tilt the game in your favour. So I think we have a proper game in store here today.
And as the old adage goes, tails never fail. So just sitting here wondering if Grant Thompson chose tails or heads.
Well, we can find out somehow. Well, it has been quite hot in Kimberley the last few weeks, I think. So day in, day out. I think a couple of days in between the last 3 weeks where we had some rain, heavy rain, but all in all it's dry and very hot in Kimberley. So I think the refreshments must be on hand for the players.
I have to agree there, Nathan. And just interesting to note, and I am speaking under correction here, both the Northern Cape Heat and the Mpumalanga Rhinos have the previous game were played away. So I think as the Northern Cape Heat coming home, playing your home another home game, definitely after losing the previous one, definitely something that tilts more into your favour. So they will definitely be looking to get this one in the bag and build some form. And yeah, I think we've said this a couple of times. It's definitely an interesting one that's up in store here for us.
Yeah, and I think with the last one where the Mpumalanga Rhinos, their game was no result
Against the Impalas.
and their first game, their openers started brightly, and I think if I'm correct, they scored over 200 their opening game, and they won that game by 22 runs against the Eastern Storm. So there could be some big hitting on stall here for us. It's obviously difficult to say or predict what would be a good score unless we've seen.
I was looking at odds and just seeing how they see this. The favourite team to win are the Northern Cape Heat. I think it was a 70-30 prediction in terms of favours and all that. So, but looking from an outside perspective, I don't think there's any team that's going in as favourites here. Both are on equal terms, having come off a loss. So it's definitely an even matchup, and I think both sides know that. Both know this is a crucial game going into those latter stages of the tournament, and are definitely looking to make some, either with the bat or the ball, making to look an impact early and get a couple of wickets or get a couple of runs on the board early.
So the ground staff is busy there by that wet patch at the moment. So we'll wait to see if there's an update on that. Seems to be taking longer than anticipated.
I have to say, as if you're a right-handed batsman sitting in the cloaks at the moment and watching how they're trying to fix that spot, it's definitely you're not worrisome, but you're definitely a bit irritated because your most right-hand batsmen like hitting through that area, and as it's wet, you might be thinking to yourself, you're not going to get away with it today. That punching it for one might not be an option, but obviously cricket is a game of adaptation and a game of change, so it will be interesting to see how that area plays out today. If it dries up, or if the league continues, or what will be in store here for the right-handed batsmen in particular.
We're just over 10 minutes away from first ball being bowled. So, Mpumalanga Rhinos seems to be ready. So, quite early.
Just a observation here, Nathan. They look quite calm. They don't look like anything is troubling them at the moment. They seem relaxed. They seem like they've got their game plans set and ready, and just looking kind of eager to go out there and play some cricket.
Well, to be fair to them, like I mentioned earlier, is that they have won their opening game, and then they were on top of their second game before it was abandoned. So I would say that they are a side full of confidence at this moment.
Definitely. Just want to add something here. Watching yesterday's game against the Limpopo Impalas and the iTech Knights, which the iTech Knights haven't lost a game up until yesterday. It just goes to show that cricket doesn't favour anyone. You can win 10 games in a row, and the one you need to win, you lose. So going into this, I think both teams know that the other one shouldn't be underestimated, regardless of log standings, regardless of performances. No team should be underestimated. So, and I think that adds to the game we have here, that is going to be full of action.
Especially in the shortest format of the game. Cannot underestimate. I mean, we've seen it a few times this season already. A strong team just not being able to carry themselves over the line, and the team not expected to win pulls it through.
The quote unquote underdogs in that scenario. But yeah, as you mentioned earlier, Nathan, it is a hot day. I think that will play into the game itself. The heat being that. I think that's why they call the Northern Cape Heat, because of the heat here. So quite funny there. But yeah, definitely going to be one to watch. And we hope you as the viewers stick around till the end and watch this game along with us.
it seems like they've sorted the issue well ahead of time. So
Definitely ground staff up to par here. Definitely something they didn't expect.
I think higher than par. Yeah.
Yeah, up to par is a bit of a downplay on what they're doing here, but definitely not something they expected. Something they expected here. Just wanting to wish Ernst Kem a big congratulations on the birth of his second child.
Oh, that's great news. And he's playing cricket today.
Mm.
The commitment. Congratulations on his game.
You know what they say, if you don't have skin in the game, then. But definitely a big congratulations to him and his wife on the birth of their second child.
Then just again, we encourage everybody in and around Kimberley area. You're up for some quick action T20 cricket. Northern Cape Heat versus the Mpumalanga Rhinos today. Match starts at 1. Please make your way to the country club and enjoy and support the home team, Northern Cape Heat, in their second home game of the season.
And as what appears to be Ernst Kem and Jonathan Van Dier, the opening pair for the Northern Cape Heat, taking to the crease here, as we see the Mpumalanga Rhinos just behind them, charging onto the field here. They definitely look up for the contest.
And then officially welcome to the Kimberley Oval for this highly anticipated T20, CSA T20 knockout fixture between Northern Cape Heat and Mpumalanga Rhinos. Northern Cape Heat winning the toss and electing to bat first.
Let's get rocking and rolling here, Nathan.
Looking forward to this one, must say.
As is what appears to be Jonathan Van Dier taking strike first.
The Mpumalanga Rhinos will open from Samaria Road End.
We copped a bit of stick for the way we pronounce it, but as long as they know which end, regardless of the pronunciation, it does the job.
Exactly. And it looks like it will be right arm off spin.
Definitely.
Just waiting to confirm who the opening bowler is. Earlier I see they have two boundary riders.
I'd have done their homework on Jonathan Van Dier here. Definitely an interesting one to start off with spin, as we see what appears to be Yuri Snyman opening the bowling for the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
So they have a long off and a cow out in the boundary. First ball.
First one just kept out there. Good start there by both the Northern Cape Heat and the Mpumalanga Rhinos. As that one's Jonathan Van Dier looking for the single. They're definitely looking to get this game off to a quick start.
And that was some good fielding by the mid-on. And
As a bit of an appeal goes up.
That seems to be off the pad. Yes, leg buys, and Northern Cape Heat is off
the
and
mark.
going. And just like that, we halfway through the over.
And Skem taking his mark to face his first ball of the innings. And Yuri Snyman taking the ball away from him, as we see the offside field to Enskem being quite stacked here.
It seems to be the same field as what they had for Jonathan Van Dier.
As that one's worked away into the leg side, they will get the single of it, which brings the Northern Cape Heat to 2 for no loss.
That's some good lengths by Snyman. It's been a good over so far.
That one just nudged away, glided almost to the backwards offside region, and that brings the over to a close. As the Northern Cape Heat stand on 3 for no loss after the first over. Yuri Snyman having bowled one over with just the 2 runs off him, as we remember the one being leg buys. Definitely a good start by both teams. As Sigwili, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is bowling from the country club end to Jonathan Van Dier. He does have the slope in his favour, so definitely interesting to see what he'll do here. Good start there by Jonathan Van Dier and Sigwili. Sigwili seems fired up here from that first ball. He's definitely looking to strike earlier, Nathan.
He's steeped. He was running in. He means business today. As we just look at his field, he's got a third man and a deep square out on the boundary. So looking to keep it tight into the body.
And with the slope, it will definitely be interesting to see. As that one's
Right.
onto the pads, that's worked away to that deep square region. Just noting here, Nathan, he's got the number 1 on the back. It'll be interesting to see if he's the one to break the partnership early.
Good observation there, Ulrich. Good observation.
He definitely is steaming in, has that fast pacer mentality, so. And he will be bowling now to Ernst Kem.
Some good chatter out in the field by the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
As it seems, Ernskem's charges a bit, or just glides down the wicket, missing it as it's down the leg side, being called for a wide here.
I think Seguili just a bit too straight on that one.
Could
He
it
needs
be?
to be careful because he got a 45 up, so just a tickle on that and that will be down to the boundary.
Could it be that he saw Ernskem coming down the wicket and just wanted to adjust a bit and then over-adjusted at the last second?
Yeah, that can be it as well. Overcorrected.
As that one's bowled into the body, just nudged away for one here.
And I'm looking at Ernest and at Jonathan at the moment. It's so important in T20 cricket that a lot of batsmen forget to rotate the strike, because obviously at the moment they're just getting a feel of the bowlers and of the wicket, but they're not letting the scoreboard stand still.
That's a good point, Nathan. I think also it boils down to the mentality that you take into the match. If you have a character like Jacques Neyman, regardless of the format, he's going to look to charge. He's going to look to dominate you. Whereas players like Ernst and Jonathan, they are the type to just keep the scoreboard ticking, keep the run rate going, and as the game sort of progresses, they start to force the bowler into bowling into their strong points. As we know, Ernst came strong over that extra cover region. We will see as the game progresses him taking on that extra over cover option. Another wide being called there down leg side. The chatter of the Mpumalanga Rhinos are still very high. The Northern Cape Heat, as it stands, 8 without loss with a run rate of 4.8 and 3 extras have been bowled. That one just worked away. That will run away for 4 as a man, and that's 4 runs from Ernst Kemp, just hitting it onto the leg side region. That moves the Northern Cape Heat to 12 without loss.
Yeah, that was just a bit too full and a bit too straight, so easy pickings for Ernest Kemp, just clipping it off his legs.
Ernst Kemp just helping that one to the boundary there, not really forcing it, just playing it as it stood before him.
Oh, it's a lovely shot through the covers, extra cover region area. And another boundary for Ernest Kemp. That was just purely playing straight through the line there.
Good cricket shot there, and it's back-to-back boundaries for Ernst Kemp as Seguili finishes his over, having gone for 13 runs off it, and the Northern Cape Heat at the end of the second over standing on 16 without loss with a run rate of 8.0. As we see a change of bowling here, Yuri Snyman is out, and we're just waiting to see who replaces him from the Sumaria Road end.
So just a 1 over of spin there.
And Hinrichsen is in for Yuri Snyman. Maybe they just tried the spin, same as the iTech Knights did previously on their over, opening with a spin just to see if they could get an early wicket, maybe just put a bit of pressure early on the Northern Cape Heat, as that is just pulled away for one there to the deep square region.
I understand that, Uli, but don't you think because the first over was spin and I think there was 3 runs gone for that over? Second over was seam and then that over was a little bit expensive of Seguili. Wouldn't you then carry on with another extra over maybe with Yuri?
Nathan, I think
what a stop there at backward point.
I think it depends on the mentality of the captain. I think if he knows that he has more bowlers in line that can do the job, same as Snyman did, then you sort of know, okay, we can play a bit around you. We have the guys that can sort of pull it back for us. Maybe just give some guys opportunities. Maybe some of the youngsters. Maybe some of the. So it depends on the mentality of your captain. But personally, as that one's just chipped away, tackle down leg there, a missed opportunities it might be, and that's gone for 4. But as I was saying, Nathan, definitely would give him a second over just to see maybe what he does, get a bit more information on the wicket that can pass on to the other bowlers or the other spinners in this instance, and just maybe build a more precise game plan going into the latter stages.
That's very intelligent cricket by Kim, just guiding it down to third man for a single. And Northern Cape hit after 2.4 overs, 22 without loss. 3 boundaries being hit and no maximums.
Diving to the left nog, or to the right. As it appears, the Northern Cape Heat are pushing for 2 here, and they make it safe as Van Dier just squeeze that one to the leg side. Good running here between the wickets by the Northern Cape Heat. As Hinrichsen prepares himself to bowl the last delivery of his over. That one just onto the pads. Big appeal goes up there. The umpire shakes his head and they get home for 1 leg by.
Seems to be just a little bit of light swing there.
A bit slow as well.
So that's the end of the 3rd over. Northern Cape Heat 25 without loss. Jonathan Van Dier on 6 from 11 balls. No boundaries and no maximums. And Ernest Kim on 15 of 7 deliveries, 3 boundaries and no maximums.
As we see another change in bowling here, Sikwili being replaced by Dukes from the country club end.
Okay, now I'm getting the feeling that they're trying to
not
let him settle
into a rhythm,
get used to a certain bowler. It's a good first delivery there by Dukes.
Good intentions there by Jonathan Van Dier as well.
Been a good start by Garrett Dukes here. 2 deliveries, 2 dots. Building some pressure against Jonathan Van Dier at the moment.
Hard swing there by Jonathan Van Dier onto the leg side, and they will get the one off it. It appears that Jonathan Van Dier wanted to hit that one quite far, Nathan.
Yeah, it does seem like he wants to hit it very hard at the moment. But they've done well the first 3 overs just to rotate, and then with the boundary balls came. So it's not really necessary for them to do anything else.
Oh, that's a lovely shot there by Ernst Kim, just tickling that one to the 3rd man region, and they will get the one. They're bringing Jonathan Van Dier on to strike again. It appears, Nathan, that Ernst Kim had a clear-cut game plan coming into this, and he has stuck to it to the T.
definitely. I mean, it's coming off. Sometimes your plans come off and sometimes it doesn't. For the moment, it's working for us. It's good running.
Gareth just cramps Jonathan Van Dier there, but they will get the one. Good running here between the wickets by the Northern Cape Heat. As Gareth Dukes walks back and readies himself for the last delivery of the fourth over, the Northern Cape Heat on 28 without loss.
It's been a good tight over here, Ulrich. Can he finish it off?
Oh,
yes, the answer is yes to that.
lovely bit of fielding there by the bowler. And once again, the Northern Cape Heat stand on 28 after 4 overs.
So it's the first time that we'll see one bowler bowling 2 overs.
It has a bit wide there, but it's straight to the mid off. Jonathan Van Dier looking to be the aggressor between the two of them.
It looks like he's struggling a bit. Maybe just trying to hit the ball too hard at this stage.
As Henrichsen to continue from the Samaria Road end to Jonathan Van Dier. Better with it, hit up into the air, chance, just drops. Bit forward of him, definitely a chance there. I don't think the Mpumalanga Rhinos would be too upset with that, seeing as they are getting Jonathan Van Dier to play here.
And at the moment, Jonathan is just trying to force it a bit. So it seems like it's starting to give opportunity to the Mpumalanga Rhinos. So like you say, I don't think they'll be too unhappy with that.
Another one just glided to the third man region by Ernst Kim. Will be interesting to see if Henrichsen changes up the game plan or bowls the same delivery. What's going through his head at the moment?
I think is best thing to do is to stay with your same line and length you've been bowling to Jonathan. Let him make the play.
Definitely agree there, Nathan.
Bit of a higher single there by Jonathan Van Dier, but at the end of the day, safely onto the other side. Quick single to backward point. Northern Cape Heat moving on to 31 without loss after 4.4 overs.
Just Ernst Kim doing a bit of gardening there with the bat. That one just hit away to the third man. They'll run away for 4 there. Ernst Kim at this stage looking like the one who's getting all the boundaries. He definitely, some of them are planned, the others aren't, but in the game of cricket, a boundary is a boundary.
All that you can do is ride your luck. When you play with confidence like that, it's 1 or 2 tend to go your way. Last ball of the 5th over. Some bounce and away movement by Hendrickson. So that's the end of the 5th over. Northern Cape Heat 35 without loss. And Ernest Kim on 21 from 12 balls, hitting 4 boundaries. Jonathan Van Dier on 10 from 18. No boundaries and no maximums being hit, and 4 extras. Current run rate is 7-3 over.
Definitely a good start here by the Northern Cape Heat. As we see Jonathan Van Dier asking for something in the change room. Some subs making their way onto the field, bringing something to Jonathan Van Dier. Not sure at this stage whether it is gloves, water, or a towel.
There will be a short delay here as Jonathan Van Dier has taken off his left boot
And
so
the
physio's out into the field.
seems to be the calf giving him some troubles here.
Looks like it, yes.
As you see the physio just stretching out that left leg of his. As we mentioned, the previous 4-day game, Cherie Hendricks, sister of Risa Hendricks, the physio of the Northern Cape Heat, giving some attention there to Jonathan Van Dier. Just, Nathan, just to move you a bit left side of the wicket there, as Ernst Kim is pointing to a spot on the wicket. I think that's the spot where just had a bit of bounce, had a bit of... So definitely something that will play in the mind of the batsmen going forward, that area.
It's not a good sign for Northern Cape Heat. It seems like Jonathan Van Dier should be back on his feet now. I always see always a lot of chatting going on between the Mpumalanga Rhinos, different groups, trying to give advice to where to get the first breakthrough. Is the last over of the power play as well.
Just a bit of career stats here from Ernst Kim. His strike rate's at 106.65 and his average is 31. I am speaking under correction. These are the latest stats I could find, as Jonathan Van Dier advances down the track there. Fielded there. So Ernst Kim definitely a seasoned veteran in the T20 format. As we see the third man moving up into the ring here, and the long on going out. That one worked away, that will be fielded, no run off it. Gareth Dukes definitely looking for that breakthrough as he charges back in here to Jonathan Van Dier. Slower ball there and the wicket falls. Jonathan Van Dier has to depart here.
You could just see that was struggling out there in the middle, and especially with his calf giving him an issue. It's just like as if he just was going to stand and deliver. And the Northern Cape Heat losing their first wicket. Jonathan Van Dier going for 21 balls faced, 25 minutes with 12 dots. Northern Cape Heat 35 for 1 after 5.3 overs. Gareth Dukes with a full and straight one and hitting the off stump.
Just to note that Jonathan Van Dier having hit majority of his runs off the, let's say, mid-wicket area. As Jason Oakes comes to the crease. The 4-day opening pair batting together here in the T20. Definitely a good partnership between the two. Definitely a good understanding of how the other one bats. So they will look to put a big score here between the two of them for the Northern Cape Heat, as Gareth Dukes with his 4th delivery of the over, having taken the breakthrough wicket. Shortish one there, letting Jason Oakes know he is up for anything. That one hits away onto the leg side to the deep square region, and they will get it for 1. That brings Jason Oakes off strike.
And that's the end of the... Oh, there's one more ball to go in the power play. So, as Gareth Dukes runs in for the last ball of the power play, who do you think will be the more happier at this stage?
Nathan, I think it's quite hard to say. As the appeal goes up, umpire shakes his head saying it's going down leg, and that brings a finish to the over, with the Northern Cape Heat standing on 36 for the loss of 1 after 6 overs. As I was saying, Nathan, I think at this stage it's quite still in the balance of things. I don't think either side is either happy or unhappy. So I think it's still quite up for grabs here. I just want to let the viewers know, if anyone has any questions surrounding the game, any questions about cricket, please ask us, and we'll give our best in trying to answer them.
And as we see the first over after the power play, Snyman making his way back, bowling to Ernest Kim.
I definitely think that's a good change here, as he just darts that one into Ernst Kim, being worked away onto the leg side for 1. I think this is going to be an interesting matchup between Yuri Snyman and Jason Oakes. Jason Oakes having that open stance of him, obviously trying to take LBW out of play here. As we see for Jason Oakes, a deep square in a cow on the leg side and a sweeper out for him. So definitely did their homework on Jason Oakes here.
Okay, agreed to that.
Jason Oakes working that one too long on. The Northern Cape Heat keeping the run rate ticking here. Ernst came advancing down the wicket, hitting it to the cover region.
Oh, that's a good ball. That's a good area there by Snyman.
Yuri Snyman definitely finding where to bowl. Being worked away onto the leg side again. And that takes the Northern Cape Heat to 40 runs with 1 wicket down, with the last delivery of this over being bowled from the Samaria Road end. Jason Oakes just punching that one to the sweeper area. And at the end of the 7th over, the Northern Cape Heat are standing on 41 for the loss of 1.
The over of Yuri Snyman only going for 3 runs. And that's some good pressure being built up by Mpumalanga Rhinos in the last couple of overs here.
As we see Herman Rolfus with his first delivery being cut away there to the point. And that brings Ernst Kem onto strike. That one being glided once more to the 3rd man region. Definitely a strong point here of Ernst Kem. That takes him to 24 off of 18 balls, having spent 33 minutes at the crease with 4 boundaries to his name. Jason Oakes to face Rolfus from the country club end,
Oh, and another wicket.
And it appears to be a wicket. The umpire looking, and he gives it. Brilliant bowling there by Herman. And with that, Jason Oakes has to depart for 4 runs. Some good fielding there, Nathan.
I had some quick reactions. Jason Oakes out for 4, facing 6 balls, been at the crease for 8 minutes. And Northern Cape Heat 43 for 2 after 7.3 overs. 2 quick wickets being lost here by the Northern Cape Heat. And that's all down to pressure being built by the Rhinos.
The Mpumalanga Rhinos definitely looking to swing the momentum completely into their favour here.
New batsman making his way to the crease, Grant Thompson.
Captain Grant coming in to help Ernst Kem build a big score here for the Northern Cape Heat. Let me ask you this, Nathan. At this stage, who do you think will be the happier between the two sides? Seeing as you asked me earlier, let me put you on the spot here.
I'm going to give an answer, Uli, of saying that it's still too early in the innings. Northern Cape Heat has wickets in hand, but I surely won't mind being on the bowling side at this stage. But as I say, in this T20 format, anything can change. One team can now be on top, and then the next you see a different team on top. So I would say it's still in the balance. I think the Heat, the Northern Cape Heat, has no reason to panic at this stage. They can still rebuild this innings and post a very defendable total.
And that one being hit to the backwards point region. I just want to add there, Nathan, especially with a guy like Grant Thompson at the crease, a big hitter, a deadly batsman. If the Mpumalanga Rhinos allow him to get settled, they definitely in for something, a big threat to them basically. So there is no reason for them to panic, and the bowling side definitely with their tails in the air at the moment. As another appeal goes up, big shot here by the Rhinos. Once again says it's going down leg. Harman definitely the troubling bowler at this stage. And at the end of the 8th over, the Northern Cape Heat standing on 44 runs with a loss of 2. And the run rate at this stage, 5.5. Another change.
So we have another bowling change from the Samaria Road end, left arm orthodox spinner, Gregory Motlekwane, slowing things down. It's a good call this from the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
I would give Snyman another over. He has been quite efficient with his run rate and with his dots. So, but a different game plan being taken here by the Mpumalanga Rhinos. A good start here by bat and ball.
If I can just go back to the previous over, what you mentioned with regards to Grant, we know what type of explosive batsman he is. And I mean, Ernest Kemp is batting well at the moment. You just need someone to stay with him and build a partnership with him. And if that is Grant Thompson at the end of the day, then I believe the Northern Cape Heat will definitely post a very formidable total here.
You hit the nail on the head there, Nathan, as that being worked away. Definitely a good point you made, and Ernst Kemp definitely looking in control from his side, and he just needs that person to stick with him, to build a partnership. An interesting bowling action here as Nathan and I discuss. It looks like he's bowling what appears to be. He has an interesting action, I must say.
Oh, wait, I just want to confirm something, dude. Is he bowling right hand the whole time?
I think one of them were left-handed. If I'm speaking under correction here, but he does tend. It looks like he's switching things up here.
He's confused. Okay, here we're gonna see, because I can almost believe that I did see bowl left arm.
But
first.
see how he's flicking the ball in the left hand now. You see there. So I think it depends on which end he takes, and that's left-handed as it's sweep. Called a white there.
So you bowl left arm for the right-handed batsman and right for the left arm. Oh, that's some talent there for you.
You love
That's
to see
some
it.
talent there.
You love to see it. There's another one straightens there.
And there's not many people that can bowl where they wanted to bowl with two different arms. So
Ambidextrous. He does look majestic when he's bowling, I have to say. Just the elegance in his run up. As that one's worked away to the leg side for one run.
And that brings to the end the 9th over. The Northern Cape Heat are 48 for 2 for the loss of 48 for the loss of 2 wickets, with Grant Thompson on 2 from 6 deliveries and Ernest came on 25 from 21 deliveries, hitting 4 boundaries and no maximums. 7 extras, and the run rate achieved is 5.3 at this moment.
As we see Rolfus continuing from the country club end to Grant Thompson. Grant hitting that one up. That is a 1 bounce for there. Just punching it up there to the third man region. And that brings the 50 run up for the Northern Cape, currently standing on 52 runs for the loss of 2, coming in 58 balls with 4 boundaries in the innings so far. And as I mentioned earlier, Nathan, Grant Thompson is a threatening batsman here. That one being worked to the leg side. No run off it. He will definitely be the one to take things forward and try to hit the big boundaries between Ernst and himself. As we see the umpire just having a look at the ball there. Another shortish delivery as Grant Thompson advances down the wicket, hitting it to that sweeper area. As that is just hit a bit of a top edge there to the third man area.
Had some good fielding on the third man boundary here. What a glide. Some chase to be done. Oh, and just couldn't make it. And that's another boundary there for Grant Thompson to the third man boundary. Moves the Northern Cape Heat score along to 58 for 2. It's a great effort there by Cook on the third man boundary.
Some valiant fielding efforts there on the third man boundary for Cook. And Grant Thompson settling into a rhythm here as Rolfus with his last delivery of this over to Grant Thompson, but just a bit wide, and that's into the sweeper area for 1. And that brings a close to we're at the halfway stage, and the Northern Cape Heat standing on 59 for 2 after 10 overs, with the run rate at the moment standing on 5.9.
So Ulrich, as we hit the halfway point of this innings, now we can start to analyze who will be the happiest team at this stage. Obviously the wicket is not playing as, I think, if you win the toss and you decide to bat first, how the wicket looks, it's not playing the way you expected it to play. So I would say that Mpumalanga Rhinos seems to be the happiest team at this stage. And
that's a catch.
Another catch, and that's the end of Grant Thompson. Caught on long on. And yes, the Grant Thompson just seems to have started to find his feet and being aggressive. And the Northern Cape Heat loses another wicket.
And the man on the boundary that caught it, Mohammed Mayet, there some solid hands by him. And Grant Thompson, as you said, departs for 12. I think at this stage the Mpumalanga Rhinos are the happiest side, having the Northern Cape Heat 3 down. But as you said, T20 cricket is of that any moment anything can change. Which will see, I believe, Hanuful Yun to be the next batter in replacing the outgoing Grant Thompson. And Hanuful Yun taking his mark, readying himself to face Malakwane. The elegant bowler to charge in once more. And a run being taken here by Hanuful Yun, and that will take him off the mark here for one.
Malakwane bowling very, very well here, hitting the area.
Hanuful Yun definitely not looking to play around. He's looking to hit some decent amount of runs. He's looking ready for it.
The wicket definitely playing a bit slower. I think this wicket is playing much slower than anticipated. But it seems to be good bowling by Malakwane.
As that one's just glided to the leg side by Ernst Kim.
Maya just receiving some attention by the physio on the boundary. Probably suggested was that catch that he took.
Hanuful Yun working that one away to Mayet. Having a busy day there on the long on boundary.
Malakwane looking to finish off his over very well here. With the wicket of Ernest Kim as well in his books here. Oh, what a lovely shot there over extra cover. And one bounce 4 by Ernest Kim. And that's a good way to end that over. Northern Cape hit after 11 overs, 66 for 3. With Ernest Kim moving to 31 from 25 deliveries and hitting 5 boundaries.
As I mentioned earlier, Nathan, Ernst Kim is the type of player to rotate strike until he feels ready, and forcing the bowler into bowling into his areas. And as I mentioned, that extra cover region is definitely a strong point for him. So I think his mind, he's calm. He doesn't have a care about how the wicket's playing. He's going to play his way, play the way he wants to play, and that's definitely something you like to see in a batsman. Obviously shows abundance of confidence.
And I believe all he requires at this stage is just someone just to stay with him. And I know he has been in good form this season with the Red Bull, so hopefully he can just stay with Ernest for the next 5-6 overs, and then they build from, and then they can unleash from there. And it's Snyman coming from the country club end. First ball just onto the legs and nudged to the leg side by Hanu to rotate the strike and bring back onto strike Ernest Kim.
As we see Ernst Kim having 4 men being put out for him, that being a long on, a cow, a deep square, 5 and a sweeper here. As he hits that one up, charging it, and that's gone for 4. Ernst Kim just hitting it to the fine leg or deep square area there. A valiant chase being put up, but that moves Ernst-Kim to 35 runs off 26 balls. Definitely a good inning so far by Ernst the Wall, Kim. Ernst just squeezing that one, and they make it home for one. Some good fast running here between the wickets by the Northern Cape Heat.
And I think that is what the Northern Cape Heat just need to do, just keep rotating as much as possible, and then when the bad ball is there or the boundary ball is offered, just put it away. Just flicking it down to, oh, that's a good call of no, a very loud call of no by Ernest.
Ernst advancing down the track, hitting over the extra cover. That is fielded by the sweeper, and they will get home for one there. Ernst definitely looking to up the ante here and take it upon himself to hit the boundaries. As Hanu works that away to the point area. And that brings a close to the 12 over. The Northern Cape Heat standing on 75 for the loss of 3. And the run rate at this stage, 6.2 with 8 overs left to bowl.
And that over was just a great example of responsible batting and good running between the wickets. Because that over went for 9 with the boundary in between. So if the Northern Cape Heat can just build on that, then 9 to 10 runs and over from here on in will get them close to 160 at this stage.
As Hanu Viljoen advances down the tracks, hit it straight to Gregory. That one worked away to the leg side. A quick single being taken here. Gregory Kwane definitely got some speed in his legs as he chases that ball down. As we might see some field changes being made. And we see the sweeper being moved around. Gregory Malakwane from the Somalia Road end to Ernst-Kim, and Ernst hits it straight to where the fielder has been moved.
That's good field placement.
Definitely some experience in the Mpumalanga Rhinos camp, and that will take Hanu Viljoen to strike. Some good bowling there. That one hits the pad. A big shout goes up. Once again down leg.
Looked a bit too straight, but too down leg there, started too straight. Good call by the umpire. Hanu Viljoen surviving LBW shot, just trying to work the ball across the line.
You can see Gregory just looking a bit, I wouldn't say let down or disappointed, but looking a bit, let's say let down with that call, as you see him just shaking his head a bit. He's definitely looking for the wicket of either Hanu Viljoen or Ernst-Kim as he once again tries to chase down the ball. Some energies here by Gregory Malakwane. We love to see it.
And Northern Cape beat 78 for the loss of 3 wickets after 13 overs. Partnership currently on 19 from 17 balls between Hanufulun and Ernst Game. Ernst Game on 38 of 29 balls, been out there for 55 minutes, hitting 6 boundaries. And Hanufulun 7 for 10 deliveries, been out there for 9 minutes. So good platform laid by these two.
Just a bit of stats on Gregory Malakwane. He's played 35 matches. He's got 23 wickets to his name, so quite a young player in the T20 format, having an economy rate of 7.12 as Hanufulun sweeps that to the deep square region. So definitely a youngster still, but you wouldn't tell by the way he's playing. He's got that energy, he's got that mindset about him.
Hanufulun sweeping with authority the first ball of Snyman down to the deep square boundary.
And Yuri Snyman as well. And I am speaking under correction. These are the latest stats I could find on the players. Yuri Snyman having played 28 T20 games. And that one's hit up. Will it be caught? No. Just a bit of miscommunication there, I think, between keeper and fielder.
And the Northern Cape, he'd run through for 2 there, ball being hit just to the 45 and just knocks the ball on, and earns again being able to come back for another one.
As I was saying, Yuri Snyman, 28 matches, 15 innings and 11 wickets with an economy of 7.15 as that one's hit to the vacant mid-wicket area and Yuri Snyman collected himself. So definitely some newcomers, relatively new bowlers, but you wouldn't say it by the way they are bowling and the way they are acting, the maturity they're showing, the initiative they are taking here. So definitely ones for the future is Yuri Snyman and Gregory Malakwane. Hanufulun readies himself to face, and that one just cramps him up a bit there. Some good cricket here all around between the Northern Cape Heat and the Mpumalanga Rhinos. Advances down the track, almost hits Ernst Kim there as it goes to the long off area. They will squeeze home for one. That's one thing you hate as a batsman. If you're standing on the non-striker end and you just see the ball steaming towards you. Ernst Kim sweeping that one, hits in the air. A maximum here for Ernst Kim, and that moves him to 47 off of 32 deliveries, having 6 fours to his name and 1 maximum.
And that's also the first maximum of the innings. And that brings to the end Yuri Snyman's spell. 4 overs, no maidens, no wickets for 26 runs. I believe that was a good outing on this wicket, this specific wicket today that we've seen here. But a good way for Ernst Kim to end that over as well. Northern Cape hit 89 for 3 after 14 overs. 6 overs left.
It's always the best way to bring up your first sixes with a slog sweep. No better feeling than that as a batsman. As that one sits over the bowler's head. And that runaways for 4. Hanufulun looking to join the party here.
And I think that's what we're saying is if these two just build their partnership, rotating the strike and taking the boundaries, and then the time will come where they can tee off.
Hanufulun hits it for 1.
Had some good fielding out in the deep by Mayet there. Keeping it down to only a single. Brings Ernst Kim on strike on 47 from 32 balls.
And the Northern Cape Heat currently standing on 94 for the loss of 3. Ernst advances down the tracks, hits that one up, and he's caught. Ernst Kim falling for 47 off of 32 balls. He sadly will have to depart here as the Mpumalanga Rhinos celebrates a crucial wicket at this stage.
Northern Cape Heat 94 for the loss of 4, losing Ernst Kim for 47 runs of 33 balls. Been at the crease for 60 minutes, hitting 6 boundaries and 1 maximum.
Nathan, personally, I feel Ernst Kim obviously unlucky to miss out on the 50, but I think as a batsman, you did your job. You applied the pressure when needed. You hit the boundaries when needed. So definitely a good outing here by Ernst Kim. As I said, unfortunate for him not to get his half century, but he shouldn't feel let down by that. He did build some momentum. He can take it into the next match. So now it's up for the next batter in, which appears to be
Matakana breaking that partnership of 35 between Ernst Kim and Hanu Fulyun.
Romano to Blanche is the new batter in for the Northern Cape Heat. The energies in the field by the Mpumalanga Rhinos are magnificent. Some good energies here from the fielding team. As that one's hit to the long on region, they will squeeze it home for 1. Hanufulun looking for the second run there. Hanufulun, quite a busy cricketer. He likes to apply himself. He likes to apply that pressure to the opposition. But as we see the magnificent Molokwane bowling here to Hanu Fulyun. Hanu just punching that one away to the sweeper region for 1. That also brings a close to the 15th over. 96 for the loss of 4 are the Northern Cape Heat with 5 overs left in this innings. Hanufulun currently standing on 15 runs and Romano to Blanche standing on 1.
With 5 overs left, I think, my own opinion, alright, before I ask you yours, is come and switch it up. Come and ask you. With 5 overs left, Northern Cape Heat 96 for 4. You got Hanu Fulyun that I would say is a set batsman at this stage, and then Romano de Blanche has been out with injury last few weeks. What would you think the Northern Cape Heat would be satisfied with? What type of total?
If you ask me when Ernst Kim was still in, I would have said about 170 with the way they were about to get going. But I think at this stage, I can't give you a set score, but I think in their head, anything above 165 would definitely be more than defendable, seeing as the wicket is playing. So I'll go for anything above 160. I think is at this stage a very, very decent total to have on the board.
It's a good total, especially from if they get there from where they are at this stage. I'm going to not argue, but I'm gonna say that from the stage where they are now, I think Northern Cape Heat will be happy with anything if they can get close to 150 as possible. Seeing how this wicket is playing, I think anything close to 150 would be a winning total at this stage.
That's a very viable opinion there, Nathan. And I think I might be just a bit over-optimistic, if that's the word. But yeah, 160 in general in a T20 format is a defendable total. As we see what appears to be the long on moving to mid on and the mid off going to long off for Romano to Blanche, as Gareth Dukes bowls from the country club end and Romano just steers that to the backward point region and makes it home for a single there. Gareth Dukes to Hanu Viljoen. As that one's called wide. Hanu just stepping across his stumps there. A wide being called, maybe putting Gareth Dukes, maybe upsetting his rhythm there. And that moves the Northern KP to 99, just one shy of the 100 runs for them. As what appears to be the captain telling that one being worked away. It runs away for 4. The sweeper giving chase, but not quite getting there. And that brings the 100 run up for the Northern KP, currently standing on 103 for the loss of 4. And that 100 coming in 98 balls with 10 fours in the innings and 1 maximum. That maximum coming off the previously departed Ernst Kem. That one being just worked away to the vacant mid-wicket region. They are pushing for 2 here. And they make it home for 2 runs. Hanu Viljoen batting with some immense maturity here. Getting the boundaries when it is viable. And just getting that run rate to tick along. Dukes running in here to Hanu Viljoen. Hanu Viljoen hitting that to mid off, and they squeeze it for 1, and he makes it home safe. That also brings a close to the 16th over. The Northern KP standing on 106 for the loss of 4, with only 4 overs remaining in this innings. Nathan, some good running here from especially Hanu Viljoen, pushing for those 2s. Looking to keep that run rate ticking constantly.
It's very important in the latter stages of T20 innings to not just go for that big shots and go for the boundaries, but to keep on rotating, try to turn it 1s into 2s and just create a bigger over than what it would have been. So I think that is some great, like you said, mature batting from Hanu Viljoen. Heading into the death overs of the Northern Cape Heat innings. And seems to be another bowling change at this stage. Looks like Kieran Kenny coming from the Samaria Road end.
Number 33 on the back.
I'm going to go ahead and say that he's probably a death over specialist. Bowling to the in batter at this stage, which is Hanu Viljoen. 4 overs left. We're in for some fireworks these last 4 overs.
Indeed, Nathan, as he charges into Hanu Viljoen. That one being hit over deep square, going for another maximum here. Hanu Viljoen definitely going for these big shots at this stage of the match. Number 33 on the back, as we know, Max Verstappen's number. Can he dominate this over of his, like Max Verstappen is currently dominating the F1 sport?
So just a change in the field at the moment. Brought 45 up and then a deep square. Seems to be quite behind.
That one worked way through the covers. They are pushing here for two. The sweeper throwing the ball to the keeper. They make it home safe here. Hanuf Viljoen with some magnificent running between the wickets.
And being backed up very well by Romano de Branch.
Very good point there, Nathan. Romano to Blanche doing what he needs to at this stage, giving Hanuf Viljoen the strike as the in-batter. Hanuf Viljoen now standing on 33 runs off of 23 balls. That one being hit to the cow region. Just bounces short of the fielder. Only one off it. Seems like he cramped himself a bit there, did Hanuf Viljoen. Not getting quite through the strike of the ball.
Halfway through the over. 9 coming off at this stage. Northern Cape beat 115 for 4. 16.3 overs. Looking to take advantage of this death overs. It's a good start so far. Partnership 21 from 13 deliveries. 1-4 in 1 maximum.
That one being hit up. There's a man under it. He drops it. A big moment here in the match with Romano to Blanche pulling that one to the deep square, and it's unfortunately being put down. Another life being offered here to Romano to Blanche. Kieran Kelly, or Kenny rather, will definitely not be too happy with that. As Hanuf Viljoen prepares himself to face the 5th delivery of this over. That one being bowled wide. You can just see, it's happened a couple of times now. Hanuf Viljoen just stepping outside off. That upsets the rhythm of the bowler. So might be a bit of mind games, might be a tactic he's using to upset the bowler, get him to bowl into the channel that Hanuf Viljoen likes to play, whether it be over the top or through the cover area. Steps again, and he's magnificent ramp there. It's run away for 4.
No, fully agreed though. He just stepped again, but he didn't step back. He just went down on his knee, just paddled it over 45. That's some great batting by Hanuf Viljoen.
Delivering the Joss Butler special here, did Hanuf Viljoen. Hanuf Viljoen currently standing on 36 runs off of 25 balls, with the shot of the day so far being played the previous delivery. The last ball of this over to be bowled. Hanuf Viljoen works that away. Some valiant fielding, missed it, but the sweeper is there. A no being called there by Hanuf Viljoen. A great call there by Hanuf Viljoen to stop the second run being taken. And that brings a close to the 17th over, with the Northern Cape Heat standing on 122 for the loss of 4. And 3 overs remaining in this innings.
And that's a pretty good over by the Northern Cape Heat. 16 coming from that over. So that's a good platform being laid in this death overs. 3 overs, like you say, left.
Hanuf Viljoen will continue to take strike here. And Hinrichsen will take his 3rd over of his 4 over spell from the country club end. his previous 2 overs being hit for 15 runs with no maiden off it. Arno Viljoen, definitely the aggressor between these two. He will look to hit some big runs in these last 3 overs here. That one being worked away to the long on region, which brings Romano to Blanche on strike.
Just timed it a bit too well there. We're looking for the second. That brings, like you say, Romano to Blanche on strike. And with 3 overs, less than 3 overs left, 2.5 overs left in this innings, I think it's safe to say that they're going to go from both ends. But Arno Viljoen being the in-batter and striking it very nicely at this stage. So give him as much of the strike as possible at this stage.
It's a good point you brought up now, with him timing it a bit too well. That's the thing that I think a lot of batsmen lack awareness of. There is a thing as timing it too perfectly to a set fielder. So that's definitely something for the young batters, especially watching here. It is something that you might want to implement into your game. Just timing that ball nicely. Just if the field is as that one's just keeper misses it, they will make it home for 1 there. Second being called, no. Second run being called off there. Definitely an interesting game here. No team so far has really pulled clear of the other one. As Arno Viljoen to take the strike once more. That one hit over the head of the bowler, and that will run away for a 1 bounce for Arno Viljoen, now standing on 42 off of 28 balls. As John Hinrichsen prepares himself to bowl the 4th delivery. A bit of check there with the mid off. Arno Viljoen advances down the track a bit. That is worked away to the down leg boundary for 4. Arno Viljoen standing on 46 runs off of 29 balls. A bit of an expensive over here, Nathan.
And Northern Cape Heat won't mind that. I mean, they've built nicely from here on in, from where they were after 16 overs. So those last couple of overs, just giving them.
Arno Viljoen stepping over the stumps once again, and that's worked away.
And that brings Arno Viljoen to 50 of 30 deliveries, 6 boundaries and 1 maximum, 33 minutes. That's a well paced and that's a great innings by Arno Viljoen.
A well crafted and a very mature half century here from Arno Viljoen. As we see the Mpumalanga Rhinos trying to bring that spirits up again.
And a short delivery to end the over. Northern Cape Heat 136 for 4. After 18 overs. It's been a good couple of overs, as I said previously. 2 overs left. That 160, 165 might just be on the cards if they continue this way.
Nathan, I was thinking more your score prediction to be the more realistic one at this stage, actually. But maybe for being overly optimistic. 170 is a bit of a stretch, but you never know. Especially with Hanu batting the way he's batting. That would be my wild prediction here.
I believe if the next 2 overs is anything like the previous 2, then 165, 170 could be on the cards.
As we see Gareth Dukes to bowl from the Samaria Road end to Romano to Blanche. A solid start here from Gareth Dukes, but Hanu Viljoen asking for the one there. It is leg bias, but a good start here from Gareth Dukes.
Bowling that ball into the wicket, and just no pace to work with for Romano de Blanche. Northern Cape hit 137 for 4 after 18.1 overs. And the Mpumalanga Rhinos just slowing the game down a bit here with a couple of field placings.
Definitely some experienced campaigners here in the Mpumalanga Rhinos side, as we see them just using a bit of time just to gather their thoughts, gather themselves and looking to crucially get the breakthrough here. Ideally, the Mpumalanga Rhinos will look to get the wicket of Hanu Viljoen. He is the batter that's causing them most troubles. So Hanu works that one away to the long off fielder of Kieran Kenny. That one being hit to mid-off, squeezing it for one there, did Romano to Blanche, giving the strike back.
Partnership moving on to 45 from 26 deliveries, 5 fours and 1 maximum, 21 minutes, and it's safe to say that Hanu Viljoen has been the dominant one in that partnership so far.
Definitely taking it upon himself to hit these runs. As Dukes runs in here, Hanu Viljoen advances down the track, he hits it straight to Dukes.
He hit that very hard.
Body on the line there by Gareth Dukes, some good stopping regardless, some sportsmanship between Hanu Viljoen and Gareth Dukes, as Hanu Viljoen just asks him if he is okay. I wanted to say before that delivery, Nathan, Hanu Viljoen definitely has BMT, big match temper, and as we saw with the 4-day final, he hit those winning runs. He's definitely a mature batsman, only at the age of 23, I believe. It's definitely a big star for the future as he hits that one over the head of Gareth Dukes to the long off boundary. They're pushing here for 2. Will they make it home? Yes, they do. Beautiful running here by the Northern Cape Heat. Some good fielding as well there by Kieran Kenny. I must say today, especially from the Mpumalanga Rhino side, the fielding has been phenomenal. A few, let's say, mishaps here and there, but in the general perspective of things, the fielding has been brilliant so far.
No, I agree with you, Dave. They've been anticipating well.
That one just being hammered to the third man area.
That brings to the end the 19th over. Northern Cape Heat 142 for the loss of 4 wickets, with Hanu Viljoen on 54 from 35 deliveries, 6 boundaries and 1 maximum, and Romano de Blanche 4 of 7 deliveries and no boundaries and no maximums. Total partnership is 48 runs from 29 deliveries, 5 boundaries and 1 maximum. 1 over.
At this stage, Nathan, your score prediction is looking far more likely than either mine. So I tip my hat to you for that outstanding prediction.
Well, let's hope the Northern Cape Heat can get quite a big over with the last one. The Mpumalanga Rhinos continuing with Hendrickson from the Country Club end to bowl the final over in the Northern Cape Heat innings with Hanufulun on strike.
Hanu just dances down the tracks and hit that to the long on area, and they are pushing for 2 and they make it home safe. Some good running here, outstanding running between the wickets by the Northern Cape Heat.
And that's the 50 partnership between Hanufulun and Romano Blanche. 50 coming off 30 deliveries in 25 minutes. Fulun contributing 42 to Blanche 4. 5 fours, 1 maximum and 4 extras.
A lot of faith being put in here by to John Hendrickson to bowl that last over, as Hanu just pulls that one away to the deep square boundary. Hanufulun looking a bit gassed at the moment out there, but it's understandable by the way he's running.
And
he's
it's hot.
He's giving us everything there. As we said in the pre-match build-up, there's a reason they're called the Northern Cape Heat.
Last 4 deliveries of the Northern Cape Heat innings. Oh, what a shot! What do you call that, Ulrich? He just glided that over third man, short third man, and that also brings up to 150 for the Northern Cape Heat. 152 for 4, coming in 87 minutes. 122 deliveries, 16 boundaries, and 2 maximums. Hanufulun is hitting all of his shots out at this stage.
I'd call that a sclap, a Scoopish lap. Or paddle rather, Scoopish paddle.
That is just phenomenal.
Some good hand-eye coordination there and some good anticipation by Hanufulun to hit that just over. That one being pulled away to the cow region. They are pushing here for 2 and they make it home safe here. Hanufulun pulling out all the shots here, as you said, Nathan, leaving nothing up to chance here.
Just a slight misfield there as well. Allowed Northern Cape Heat to come back for a second. 12 from the first 4 deliveries. 2 balls to go here. 160 is definitely on the cards.
That one being bowled into the pads of Hanufulun. A beautiful comeback here by John Hendrickson. Hanufulun currently standing on 67 runs off of 40 balls, having spent 42 minutes at the crease with 8 fours to his name and 1 maximum. As Romano Blanche readies himself to face the last delivery of the innings. Go big or go home, Nathan. And he launches that one to the long on boundary. They will not push for 2 here. And that brings a close to the batting innings of the Northern Cape Heat. Currently they have 156 for the loss of 4, meaning the Mpumalanga Rhinos need to hit 157 in 20 overs to win the match.
I would say overall, Ulrich, the Northern Cape Heat is pretty satisfied with where, especially from after they were, I think, if I remember correctly, they were 37 after the power play, and to come back and score 156 for 4 in their innings, I think they would be quite satisfied. And well done to Hanufulun and Ernest Kame also. Don't forget about him setting up the innings allowing the Northern Cape Heat to just flourish at the end there.
So mature batting on display here from the Northern Cape Heat, and likewise some mature bowling and bowling choices by the Mpumalanga Rhinos. We will take a short break as the Mpumalanga Rhinos readies himself to chase down the score that the Northern Cape Heat have set for them. Remember, it's 157 needed in 20 overs to win this match. And as we here see the ground staff just tending to the wicket here, join us in a couple minutes time as the Mpumalanga Rhinos readies themselves to chase down the score of the Northern Cape Heat. Welcome back everyone to the Kimberley Oval as the Mpumalanga Rhinos are into bat. They need 157 runs off of 120 balls, requiring a strike rate of 7.8 to win the game. And Skem will open the bowling for the Northern Cape Heat. With the batsmen being Yuri Snyman and Mohamed Mayet.
Opening from the Samaria Road end, looking to defend 157 for the Northern Cape Heat. And Skem. How are you feeling about this target, Ulrich?
I think depending on how the Northern Cape Heat approach this innings of theirs, they'll either make it slightly more tangible for the Mpumalanga Rhinos to get, or they can completely take it out of their hands. It's up to them whether how close they allow the Mpumalanga Rhinos to get to that total. As you see, Ernst came with the first delivery, that one being hit to the leg side, and that will bring the first run up for Yuri Snyman and the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
And opening the batting with him is Mayet, right-hander. Mpumalanga Rhinos needing to go at 7.9 to the over. And this game just getting away with that one, straying down the leg side, but no connection made by Mayet. Signal a wide down leg. And just going a bit straight there. And this game getting away with that one again. What a delivery. And a big shot, and the batsman has walked. Caught behind there. Some great sportsmanship by Mayet. Didn't look like the umpires heard anything. But the Northern Cape Heat has a breakthrough. And the Mpumalanga Rhinos are 2 for the loss of 1 of the 4 deliveries in the opening over.
It's like I said, Nathan, it's up to the Northern Cape Heat to allow how far they get to the total, how close they get to it, how far away they end up. Falling short in this case to the total. And some brilliant glovemanship there, glove work there by Hanu Fulin behind the stumps. Having a cracker of a game so far as the young man.
Start by the Northern Cape Heat and Skem. Batsman to the crease.
The batsman coming in is Herman Rolfus, having just hit that one slightly up. It's just 3 fielders attempt to field the ball there at the what appears to be offside boundary.
Ball just evading Jason Oakes there in the cover region. And Mpumalanga Rhinos. Ralph is coming back for a second run. Last ball of the first over of the Mpumalanga Rhinos over innings.
That one just slapped away to the long off boundary for a comfortable single. That also brings a close to the over. The Mpumalanga Rhinos currently standing on 5 for the loss of 1. And Joe van Dijk to bowl from the country club end to Herman Rolf. Charging in here, and that as the pail flies in the air, and that is the off stump con of Herman. He departs for 3 runs. Johan van Dijk striking early with his first ball of his spell, a brilliant ball there, unplayable at most. And he cashes in for the wicket of Herman Roffels. As we see Cook coming into the crease to bat here with Snyman. Yasar Cook coming in to bat.
Some great pace by Joe van Dijk. Getting the second breakthrough for the Northern Cape Heat. As Cook is making himself ready to face Joe. And with Joe, we all know, when he's got his tail up, there's no stopping him.
And another wicket falls here. Johan van Dijk ecstatic as he is currently on a hat-trick. And that is Yasar Cook departing for naught. A brilliant display of bowling here by Johan van Dijk.
That is some serious pace from Joe. And I think he's just damaged the bail there. I saw Anu give the bail to the umpire, and the umpire putting it in his pocket. So.
And the leg stump flying out of the ground there. Good, extremely pacey deliveries here by Johan van Dijk.
He's 2-2 at this stage.
As we see Van Niekerk coming to the crease.
Feet up for a hat-trick ball.
Benjamin Van Niekerk having to face the on fire Johan van Dijk. Nathan, what do you say to the batsman coming in at this stage? Keep him out, or
at this stage I would say just keep it out. Just keep it out. He's on fire. Mpumalanga Rhinos in all sorts of trouble. 5 for the loss of 3 wickets. Johan van Dijk is absolutely steaming in at this stage.
Johan van Dijk with his 3rd delivery of his spell on the hat-trick here. Oh, it just drags it a bit wide there. Got a bit too overexcited. But But still a good ball nonetheless, as Benjamin van Niekerk breathes a sigh of relief as he lives to fight another day.
As we see the Northern Cape Heat putting in a second slip as well.
That one just misses the outside of his bat. Tempted to play there as we see the two slips in here. Ernest Kim and Grant Thompson, the two slips in play here next to Hanu Viljoen. Joe van Dijk to continue from the country club end to Van Niekerk.
That's good bowling.
Some excellent bowling on display here by Johan van Dijk. Not letting any batsman settle. Definitely a valuable weapon to have in your arsenal is Johan van Dijk, Nathan.
Definitely agreeing to that.
Another one just missing the outside of the bat, and that brings a close to the second over. The Mpumalanga Rhinos standing on 5 for the loss of 3.
And that is a double wicket maiden over by Johan van Dijk. Absolutely brilliant stuff here.
As we see Ernst Kemp to continue from the Samaria Road end. He will be bowling to Yuri Snyman, the left-hander at the crease. The field having two men set on the boundary, and he launches that one up. Is there a chance, Benjamin? And that is 6. A maximum here for Yuri Snyman. As Van Rensburg and Brits gives chase there, but flying over their head. And a good comeback here by the Mpumalanga Rhinos, and that moves them to 11 for the loss of 3. Another one being punished here onto the leg side. They will make it home for 1 as Jason Oakes fields that on the leg side boundary. Which will see Benjamin van Niekerk on strike here to Ernst Kemp.
Oh, we both know it. Yuri is a very aggressive batsman as well, so it's almost like a case of him needing someone to stay with him, and a reverse sweep first up to Ernest Kim. Just about got something on that. Well, the idea is good. I mean, but is it worth taking a risk at this stage, being 12 for 3? That's good bowling by Ernest Kim there.
I think once again it boils down to the mindset that you as a batsman have. I think in this scenario, if you're not bothered by the score at the moment and the wickets that have been bowled, then in your head it is a viable option.
Yeah.
So I think once again it boils down to the mindset you have going into the crease. For him, as you said, a good option there. Had it worked, everyone would have been praising it, and launches that one over the head of middle on, and that's a 1 bounce 4 here. A very, very good over here by the Mpumalanga Rhinos. As we see the dangerous Johan van Dijk to bowl from the country club end. And he will be bowling to Yuri Snyman.
And Mpumalanga Rhinos after 3 overs, 16 for the loss of 3 wickets. Johan van Dijk with his tail up at this stage. Double wicket made in the first over. Looks like the wind has just started to pick up. Last couple of minutes.
And that's a wicket. The leg stump bowled out of the ground. Johan van Dijk strikes again, claiming the wicket of Yuri Snyman.
That is some serious pace, Johan van Dijk has got his tail up.
I want to know what he ate this morning.
Mpumalanga Rhinos 16 for 4 after 3.1 overs. The Northern Cape Heat is charging forward here in this CSA T20 Knockout Division 2 fixture. Needing another 141 runs from 101 balls. Making his way to the crease. Is Gareth Dukes for the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
Definitely the Rhinos under a bit of pressure here. Gareth Dukes would just look to settle into a rhythm and see himself, or rather see the over of Johan van Dijk out. Not trying anything funny, just leaving the balls that need to be left and the balls on the stumps. Somehow, some way, getting a bit of bat on it.
Well, at this stage, won't help just keeping it out as the Northern Cape Heat still have another 3.5 overs left of Johan van Dijk.
As another one misses the outside edge. Johan van Dijk just slipping a bit there. Some good bowling here on display by Johan van Dijk, as we said a amount of times. I think the coaching staff of the Northern Cape Heat would be very, very pleased with the start here, as that one's just worked away onto the leg side. They will take 2 there as Jason Oakes charges that one down onto the boundary.
Excellent start by Johan van Dijk and the Northern Cape Heat. Mpumalanga Rhinos 18 for the loss of 4 wickets after 3.3 overs.
That one just finding a bit of glove, and Benjamin van Rensburg, valiant fielding on the boundary to cut off the boundary. Some very, very good fielding by van Rensburg. I have to say, Gareth Dukes at this stage, quite early to say, but he's been handling Johan van Dijk very, very good. That one being slapped away onto the leg side. Benjamin gives chase there, and he cuts off the boundary. 2 very, very good pieces of fielding by Benjamin van Rensburg on the boundary. Another one just crashing into the pads, being kept out there by Gareth Dukes.
And that brings to the end the 4th over of the Mpumalanga Rhinos innings. 22 for the loss of 4 wickets. Still needing another 135 runs from 96 deliveries. And a bowling change from the Samaria end. We'll see left arm seamer Benjamin van Rensburg
Benjamin hoping to follow up on what Johan van Dijk did at the country club end, building that pressure, keeping the Mpumalanga Rhinos on the back foot. The Mpumalanga Rhinos looking to keep the scoreboard ticking and build a platform for themselves to launch off of and hit the runs needed to win this game. One just bowled quite a tight line there by Van Rensburg. Be interesting to see, Nathan, if we had a speed gun here, those few wicket deliveries off of Johan van Dijk, what they would be clocking at.
It would have been interesting. My guess would be around about the 140 area. That was quick. Maybe a few kilometers quicker than that.
Pure gas there by Johan van Dijk as Van Rensburg storms in. At one hitting the pads, a shout goes up and the umpire says it is travelling down leg. A good start here by Benjamin Van Rensburg from the Samaria Road end. He is currently bowling to Benjamin van Niekerk, who is currently standing on 4 runs, with his partner on the other end, Gareth Dukes, standing on 6. The partnership at this stage standing at 6 runs. That one straight to Van Niekerk. A fiery spell here by Benjamin Van Rensburg as well. 2 very quick bowlers from both ends here. That one being hit straight to what appears to be Tsepo Ntuli. That one being hit to the squarish area of the leg side, taking it for 1. Benjamin Van Rensburg readies himself as he walks back to bowl the last ball of his over, which will bring a close to the 5th over of this T20 matchup between the Northern Cape Heat and the Mpumalanga Rhinos. With offered there, and it's hit straight over the head of the extra cover area. That is smashed for 4 by Gareth Dukes. A good way to end the over there by the Mpumalanga Rhinos. The question on everyone's lips is, will Johan van Dijk continue from the country club end? It appears it will be him to continue.
I believe that's a good call. I mean, he's on top of it. So, if you got your foot on the throat, keep it there. Mpumalanga Rhinos currently on 27 for 4 of the 5 overs. 1 over to go in the power play.
As that one finds, and it's given out. It has been given out. Benjamin van Niekerk has to depart as Johan van Dijk strikes again. Interesting enough here, Nathan, the motto of the Mpumalanga Rhinos are Woza Ubiyane, which translated into English means where the strong rise. So we will wait and see whether the motto of the Mpumalanga Rhinos is truly solidified within the unit of the team, as it is desperate times here for the Mpumalanga Rhinos. They are currently standing on 27 for the loss of 5.
Half of the team back into the dugout, And we still within the power play.
As
Johan van Dijk.
we see Gregory Molokwane come into bat, the elegant bowler. Let's see if that elegancy and that majesticness carries over to the batting display he is about to show. Nathan, the Mpumalanga Rhinos desperately looking for someone to stick up their hand and build a partnership with Gareth Dukes on the other end, standing on 10.
Say if they want to be prevented of being bowled out in this innings, I think they'll have to.
As interesting enough, Gregory takes a left-handed stance. Him being able to bowl with both hands. Will we see a switch hit come into play here, or any changing up as he just hits that one straight to Tsepo Ntuli? Good start here by Gregory Molokwane to face the fiery Johan van Dijk. Some concerned faces in the dugout of the Mpumalanga Rhinos. As Johan van Dijk keeping his lines and lengths to a T here. Good batting and bowling on display here. Good hard cricket all around. As Joe van Dijk is halfway through his over from the country club end. Will Gregory be the one to raise his hand and build something amazing here? As that one's hit up into the air, it bounces short of the man at the fine leg boundary. Definitely not scared of the short ball here is Gregory, taking it on.
Fine leg fielder just slipped as he made his way to see if he could catch that ball, but ball bouncing well in front of him. Johan van Dijk, 2.4 overs, 4 wickets for 7 runs in the power play.
We'll be looking to take another one here. As that one is hit into the hands of Romano Terblanche. And the Northern Cape Heat are well and truly ecstatic at the moment.
That's 5 wickets for Johan van Dijk within the power play. 2.5 overs, 5 wickets for 7 runs. Absolutely brilliant by Johan van Dijk. And he's not done yet. Mpumalanga Rhinos 28 for 6 after 5.5 overs. 1 delivery in the power play still to go.
As we see John Hirichsen coming in.
Gareth Dukes is the batsman on his way. To the dugout, so Mpumalanga Rhinos are in all sorts of trouble at this stage. 129 needed from 85 deliveries. I think it's safe to say that Northern Cape Heat is well on top in this CSA Division 2 knockout fixture, T20 knockout fixture.
Johan van Dijk to charge in. Just worked off the pads there. That will run away to the boundary. Benjamin van Rensburg giving chase and valiant effort, but that will run away for 4. And that brings John off strike.
And that brings to the end the power play. When Mpumalanga Rhinos 32 for 6 after 6 overs. Current partnership is standing on 4. for that first delivery to that partnership being bowled. Still, Mpumalanga Rhinos still requiring a further 125 from 84 deliveries at the rate required of 8.9.
As we see Benjamin van Rensburg to continue his spell from the Samaria Road, and he will be bowling to Gregory Malokwane, the magnificent. That one just sliding down leg. Hanufaliun diving after it, and it is being called a wide. That one being pulled front of square. Jason Oakes giving it chase there. Some good fielding there on the boundary, as they will make it home for 2 runs. 3, I think. They made it home for 3 runs there at the end. As Benjamin bowls to Hinrichsen. Just misses the bat there. A good comeback there by Benjamin van Rensburg. Just popping a bit into the batsman. A very, very good comeback here by van Rensburg. The partnership between the Mpumalanga Rhino batsmen are looking promising, Nathan. Can they keep this up is the question. As that one's hammered away front of square. Ernest Kem is on the boundary. He gets it in. Some solid cricket on display here by both the Northern Cape Heat and the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
I also believe with the lower order, I think it's no use trying to bat this long and see how close you get to the game, but you have to take the bull by the horn and just try to be aggressive back towards the Northern Cape Heat. Otherwise there will only be one result in this match. So it's a good thing that these 2 batters are still looking to be aggressive.
That one just sliding down leg. Some very, very good bowling here by Benjamin van Rensburg. No wide being called of it. That one being hit well in front of square to Jason Oakes at the mid-off position, or mid-on position rather. And that brings a close to the 7th over. The Mpumalanga Rhinos standing on 37 for the loss of 6 requiring 120 off of 78 balls to win this matchup. Will it be Johan van Dijk to continue from the country club end? It appears so.
Yes, it is. Well, it's a good call. I mean, your opening bowler standing on 5 wickets for 7 runs. So, give him the opportunity. I mean, his tail is up. He's being aggressive, bowling very fast. So I'd also let him bowl his 4th over. And there just seems to be a little bit of a delay at this moment, just with that wet pitch, that wet patch, as we discussed right at the beginning of the Northern Cape Heat innings.
As we see some drinks being brought on for both the Northern Cape Heat and the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
And this, while we do wait for the innings to continue, the Mpumalanga Rhinos are 37 for 6. Yes, you heard correctly, for the loss of 6 wickets. Chief destroyer is Johan van Dijk, who is making himself ready to bowl his final over. And the current partnership is 9, with the Mpumalanga Rhinos still needing a further 120 from 78 deliveries, at a rate required of 9.2 to the over.
That one worked away to the deep point region.
Good fielding there from the deep balance game. We'll bring on Gregory Matlokwane on to strike. Joe van Dijk having 5 deliveries left off his spell. As we see fine leg first being asked to come up, and then just being asked to come up 5 meters from the boundary rope.
That one being glided to the 3rd man area. Benjamin van Rensburg cutting it off there. Johan van Dijk having 4 more balls left in this over, last over of his. Looking to take another wicket before finishing off his spell. The Mpumalanga Rhinos just looking to keep out anything that might be threatening towards them. That one just over the top of the stumps. Some very, very good bowling here by Johan van Dijk.
.3 overs, 3 deliveries left in Johan van Dijk's spell.
That one just sliding to the fine leg boundary. Chibi cutting it off before any damage is done. Some good fielding there on the boundary, which brings Hinrichsen on strike again. Second last delivery of his spell. Just shortish there over the head, being called a wide by the umpire. Johan van Dijk just letting the batsman know he's got so much to use for these last 2 deliveries. He can either go short, he can go full, or he can break a toe.
Let's hope it's not the latter.
As that one is hit over the head of Grant Thompson, who gives a very, very wonderful attempt there, but it's run away for 4. Some very, very good cricket here by both the Northern Cape Heat and the Mpumalanga Rhinos. Henriksen just throwing hands there and catching Grant Thompson in the air.
Final delivery of Johan van Dijk's over. 3.5 overs, 5 for 20. How can he end this spell? That's the big question coming up.
And that one in the air, but it will be landing safe there as it is fielded by the fine leg fielder. A very, very, very good spell comes to an end by Johan van Dijk.
Hats off to Johan van Dijk. 4 overs, 1 maiden, 1 wide, 2 fours, 5 wickets for 21 runs.
And the Mpumalanga Rhinos batsmen will breathe a sigh of relief knowing that Johan van Dijk is done for today. As we see Ernst Kem from the Samaria Road end, he will be bowling to John Henriksen. Interesting to see what the game plan is to Ernst Kem at this stage. With 8 overs being bowled, will they look to attack him or will they look to keep the run rate ticking here? The Rhinos needing 110 off of 72 deliveries at this stage to win this matchup between themselves and the Northern Cape Heat. That one being cut away through the covers, but it will find the sweeper and they will make it home for 1. Ernst Kem, a very, very calm personality, doesn't mind getting hit every now and again. He will definitely stick to the game plan he has in his head, as he did with the batting. A bit of a shout goes up there. Definitely some turn here for Ernst Kem.
He's bowling into a good area as well.
That dances down the track. Ernst Kem nearly stops it, getting a bit of revs off the ball there as Oaksey throws it to the keeper. Very good effort there by Ernst Kem as John Henriksen is on strike here, currently standing on 14 runs. A big shot there into the hands of Johan van Dijk. And that is John Henriksen having to depart for 14. The Mpumalanga Rhinos standing on 49 for the loss of 7. John Henriksen having hit 14 runs in 16 minutes off of 11 balls with 2 boundaries to his name. Ernst Kem strikes.
And he also breaks the partnership of 21. It's just starting to look promising for the Mpumalanga Rhinos there.
as we see Kieran Kenny, the new batsman, in readying himself to face Ernst came from the Samaria Road end. Some field changements being made here as we see a sweeper being put out. First ball missing everything there. Huge turn there. And it is being chased down by Romano Blanche. 2 leg byes will be taken.
Last delivery after 9th over. That brings up Mpumalanga Rhinos 50 as well. 51 of 44 minutes, 56 deliveries, 4 boundaries and 1 6.
You have to tip your hat to the Rhinos. They are continuing to claw their way back into the game little by little.
And that brings the end to the 9th over. Mpumalanga Rhinos on 51 for 7. At the crease is
Malokwane and Kenny. The Northern Cape Heat needing 3 wickets to win this match, and the Mpumalanga Rhinos needing 106 runs off of 66 balls to win. As we see Tsepo Ntuli from the country club end readying himself to bowl to the fabulous Gregory Malokwane. A spin bowler bowling to another spin bowler, so a matchup that will be interesting to see how it develops. First ball being kept out, just cautiously looking for the single there. A good start there by Tsepo Ntuli. That one just being hammered away to the long on area. A very, very good inning so far from Gregory Malokwane. Currently standing on 7 runs as Kieran Kenny faces. That one just being kept out. That one being hit to the long on area. They will just take the one there. That one
just throwing down the leg side.
Chibi giving chase there, and he saves the boundary, and the Mpumalanga Rhinos makes it home for 4 runs. Wide. Some quick hands there by Hanu Fulyun.
It's a good comeback by Tsepo Ntuli there.
That one being hit once again to the long on area, as that brings the over to a close. We are currently standing at the halfway point of this innings. The Mpumalanga Rhinos currently standing on 58 for the loss of 7 and needing just under 100 to win. Ernst Kim to finish off at the Samaria Road, and he will be bowling to Kieran Kenny. That one being hit to the long on area. The Mpumalanga Rhinos definitely love to hit in that long on area, Nathan. Keeping the scoreboard ticking, keeping this game alive so far. a lot can happen in the next 10 overs. The Mpumalanga Rhinos definitely not giving up as he charges down the track, and it's an opportunity missed by Hanu Viljoen. Malakane charging down the wicket.
Great bowling by Enskem. He just, unfortunately for Hanu, just misses that one.
As another one's going down leg, a big appeal there by Hanu Viljoen. He thinks he heard something, but the umpire just signals for a wide delivery. That one just tapped to the mid-wicket area. 3 balls have been bowled in this over. So that one is just being cut to the point region. They make it home for 1, which brings Kieran Kenny on strike.
2 deliveries left of Ernest Kim's spell, yeah.
Launches that one over mid-wicket. Some very good cricket here by the Mpumalanga Rhinos and the Northern Cape Heat.
Ernest Kim with the final delivery of his spell. What an excellent spell it has been.
That one being chipped up into the air, just dropping short of Captain Grant Thompson. A very, very good spell comes to a close here by Ernst Kim. A very, very tight spell at that. And the Mpumalanga Rhinos currently standing on 63 for the loss of 7 after the 11th over. And we'll see Tsepo Ntuli to continue from the country club end, bowling to Gregory Malakane. Sweep attempted there. Maybe just lifting his head a bit out of the shot there, not quite following through on that sweep shot. Second delivery here to be bowled. As that one just pops a bit into the wicket.
Some good bowling by Tsepo Ntuli. Just keeping it tight, keeping it, not giving the batsman any room here. 11.2 overs bowled. Oh, what a turn.
Hanu Viljoen with some good hands once more.
Northern Cape Heat playing some good cricket here.
A dominating display being on show here from the Northern Cape Heat. That one just being halfway down the track. He says no, comes home safely. Definitely seems like the pressure is being put on the Mpumalanga Rhinos once more. The scoreboard looking like it's not ticking as much anymore. As that one's worked away to the 45 area. As a run-out opportunity presents itself, and they make it home safe. Kieran Kenny with a hard call of yes.
And that brings to a close 12 over. Mpumalanga Rhinos currently on 64 for the loss of 7 wickets, with Kieran Kenny and Gregory Matlokwane at the crease. Current partnership is at standing on 15 runs.
As we see Jerome Kaba, the man to bowl from the Samaria Road end. A very, very feisty character is Jerome Kaba, and a man that gives his 110% every delivery. He will look to put this match to bed for the Northern Cape Heat. As it appears that Gregory is facing him now, and big attempt there at the pull shot, but it misses the bat. Good start here by Jerome Klaba. Readies himself for his second delivery of his spell. Short, and
No pace to work
that
on.
is being pulled away. It looks like the batsman is just looking at his hand. Might have been just a bit of shock in the bat.
This is excellent bowling by Jerome. There's absolutely no pace for the batsman to work on his first couple of deliveries.
I wanted to hammer on that, Nathan. Just Jerome using the lack of pace in the wicket to his advantage, enticing the batsmen to play him and nothing coming off it. Definitely looking to bowl one just a bit shortish and have them hit it into the hands of either the fielders on the boundary or up, as they take a quick single there. Some good cricket once more on display here by both sides. Once again being pulled away to the deep square region. Lack of pace working in the favour of the Northern Cape Heat at this stage. With 2 balls left of this over from the Samaria Road end. That one just angling into the body, hit to the fine leg area. Last ball of Jerome's first over to be bowled here. And it is Malakwane to face it. Once again, a pull shot being played and another single. At the end of the 13th over, the Mpumalanga Rhinos are standing on 69 for the loss of 7, needing 88 over 42 deliveries to win. The Northern Cape Heat still needing just only 3 wickets to put this game to bed. As Tsepo Ntuli is readying himself to bowl his 3rd over from the country club end, he will be bowling to Gregory Malakwane. A big shot being attempted there. Malakwane just not finding his rhythm here. As that one is put through for a single onto the offside. Benjamin van Rensburg feels it.
That's good running between the 2 youngsters out in the middle.
Kieran Kenny to face Tsepo Ntuli's 3rd delivery of the 14th over. Big shot attempted, and the stumping is complete. Hanu Fulyun with the quick hands behind the stumps brings them the 8th wicket. Some very good awareness by Hanu Fulyun behind the stumps. Moving down to the leg side, grabs it and takes the bails off the stumps to force the departure of Kieran Kenny. Kieran Kenny departs for 6 runs. Which brings the new batsman into the crease, number 25, Kuele Makatu in. The Mpumalanga Rhinos currently standing on 70 runs for the loss of 8. Tsepo Ntuli to bowl to the new batsman.
First ball being played by Sigwili down to short third man.
Oh shit. So they just turned him around.
Tsepo Ntuli continuing here. That's a good ball. This is great work from Northern Cape Heat. Fantastic work by the home team. Looking to close off with the last couple of wickets still needed. Sigwili on strike to Tsepo Ntuli and the ball inside edges and they run through for a single, the ball going down to the mid-wicket area, mid-wicket square leg area. And that brings to a close the 14th over. Mpumalanga Rhinos currently 71 for the loss of 8 wickets and still needing a further 186 runs from 36 deliveries and only 2 wickets in hand.
186, you say?
Did I say 186?
You said 186.
Phew. It probably feels that way for the amount. My apologies. 86 to win from 36 deliveries. Thank you, Oli.
As Jerome Klava to continue from the Samaria Road end, he will be bowling to Sigwili here. That one just angled into the body, but it's worked away to the fine leg region. And that brings Malokwane on strike, readying himself to face the fiery Jerome Kaba. Jerome from the Samaria Road end, as he is now charging in with his second delivery of the over. Pull shot being attempted. That will squeeze away for 1 run. No pace on offer here for the batsmen. As we see Captain Grant Thompson having a little chat with Jerome as Sigwili is now on strike for the third delivery of the 15th over. That one, magnificent shot being played down to third man. They will not go for the second run, but the run rate ticking once more for the Mpumalanga Rhinos.
I absolutely like how Jerome is bowling. Although the Northern Cape Heat is on top in this game, he's still not changing how he's bowling. So it's good for later on in the tournament. Just making sure you got that practice behind your back when you get to the deciding fixtures. And a pull shot there down to deep square, just for 1 by Malokwane. Takes the Mpumalanga Rhinos to 75 for 8.
Definitely the sign of a mature bowler, Nathan. As Sigwili, currently standing on 3, raises himself with the 5th delivery of this over. And that one cramps him a bit, but there's no run offered. Very, very good bowling on display here from Jerome Kaba.
final delivery of the 15th over.
Another short one being bowled, but that one just kept out by Seguili.
Mpumalanga Rhinos 75 for 8 after 15 overs. Northern Cape Heat well in front of this match. 82 runs still needed from 30 deliveries with 2 wickets in hand, and Tsepo Ntuli will continue from the country club end and finish his spell.
Seguili at this stage as a youngster, his batting stats he's played 5 T20s, he's only batted once, and his highest score is 23. So definitely some signs of maturity here. You wouldn't say he's a youngster.
Well, it does look like he can hold his bat, so a period of frustration, maybe just keeping the Northern Cape Heat in this heat.
As that one's worked away too long on once again.
Oh, that's great fielding. Oh, it's a
Some
chance for a
good
run out.
running.
And yes, he's gone.
And that's given.
Brilliant fielding.
And Seguili unfortunately will have to depart for 4 runs.
That was some excellent fielding there by Romano Blanche. And good reactions from Tsepo Ntuli as well.
As we see what appears to be Makatu coming in here. Just to give more stats here, Nathan. Gregory Malakwane, 35 matches in T20, 12 innings, 43 runs, with his highest score being 18. So definitely some newcomers at the lower end of this batting order of the Mpumalanga Rhinos. But going forward, this will be a very, very helpful experience for these batsmen.
I agree. Thank you very much for that stats, really. As the Mpumalanga Rhinos currently on 77 for 9, 15.3 overs. The Northern Cape Heat has been utterly dominating today, ever since around 10th over of the batting innings, when they just changed to another gear. It's been an absolutely great performance by the home team.
So as we see Tsepo Ntuli's stats being 35 matches played, 33 innings is bowled, having bowled a total of 75.5 overs. Once again, this is the latest stats I couldn't find. If they are up to date, I am unsure of, as that's hit up into the air. Chibi readies himself, steadies himself, and he's caught it. And that is Makatu departing.
And what a dominant performance by the home team.
And that brings an end to the match. The Northern Cape Heat winning this one, and the Mpumalanga Rhinos are all out for 77 runs. The Mpumalanga
Northern Cape Heat winning by 69 runs. If I got my calculations correctly there. No, 79.
80, isn't it?
156, so 79.
79.
79 runs. The Northern Cape Heat is victorious this afternoon at the Kimberley Oval, the home of the Northern Cape Heat. Brilliant bowling performance by Joe van Dijk. 5 for 21, if my memory serves me right. Absolute brilliant performance. It's been amazing bowling performance, as well as a great batting platform laid by Hanuful Yun in the first innings. So some great maturity to pull his team back from a some sort of trouble situation that they were finding themselves in. But at the end of the day, I think Mark Charlton and the team would be very happy with their day out today.
Indeed, Nathan, a very, very dominant display by the Northern Cape Heat as they come out victorious in this matchup between the Mpumalanga Rhinos and the support staff of the Northern Cape Heat, definitely walking with smiles the sizes of I don't know what to say now, but walking with relatively big smiles. They will be walking out here today, and some learning to be done for the Mpumalanga Rhinos as they depart the losers in this matchup. But a very, very good matchup here between the Northern Cape Heat and the Mpumalanga Rhinos. Thank you all for tuning in and watching with us. We hope you enjoyed it as thoroughly as we did. We wish you a very good rest of your afternoon, and be sure to tune in next time.
Have a lovely evening, everybody. Bye-bye.